So I'm here in northern Nigeria, where Christians have been suffering a lot for their faith. We're in an IDP camp today, which looks after young people. IDP means internally displaced persons. And we're here with Benjamin Kwashi, who's the Archbishop for the Anglican Diocese of Jos.
Children, children, children. Oh, yes. Children, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes. Children, yes. Children, yes. Children, Jesus loves me.
What I'd like to know now is how Christians have been suffering in Nigeria, particularly in the last months, the last 12 months.
There has been a roller coaster of persecution. The Boko Haram in the last 12 months have succeeded in uprooting the Christians in the most parts of the northeast of Nigeria. But then another wave of persecution emerged by the Fulani herdsmen. Villager farmers were sleeping at night and 500 of them were killed, 200 are killed, 20, 16, 20 children, all killed at night. So there was no clash. People were simply being killed. Christians will be killed, but the houses of Muslims will not be touched. The houses of Fulani Muslims will not be touched, and the Fulani will still be there, but the Christians have all fled. From what they are doing, it shows that they have some form of Islamic agenda behind what they do. They are not attacking Muslim houses or Muslim Fulani houses, but they definitely are wiping out Christians and Christian farmers and their farmlands.
Do you think there is an Islamic agenda coming externally?
ISIS is already recruiting children in Nigeria. But so was Boko Haram. And Boko Haram had ties with Al-Qaeda. First of all in the Maghreb, and then later on with the Al-Qaeda network proper.
So Ben, are you fearful or optimistic for Christians in Nigeria?
So I have no fear as to who will wipe out Christians in northern Nigeria or in Nigeria as a whole. I don't have a fear about that at all. I am absolutely confident in God that even if they killed all the 50 million or more Christians in Nigeria, the gospel will still thrive. Persecution does not last forever. Even if it goes on for 50 years, it will come to an end one day. So my hope as a Christian is, if I live, I will do good to all people and bring the gospel's influence in the land where the Lord has put me. If I die, I'll go to be with the Lord. But before I die, I will train many more people to do good, not to render evil for evil, but to invest their lives in the gospel and to lay down their lives for the gospel to save one life.
Ben, that's absolutely wonderful to hear. And what I'd like to ask of you now is to give us some of your thoughts on what that might mean for us Christians in the United Kingdom and Ireland.
The fear of persecution and the tyranny of death has been defeated by the cross of Jesus Christ. And I must say that this same gospel that we preach today in Nigeria was brought to us by missionaries from the United Kingdom. Most of them died and their graves are with us. I will not betray that trust. And my life now is worth nothing if I'm not preaching and living the gospel, whether in Nigeria or anywhere the Lord puts me. And I want to ask the Christians in the United Kingdom to remember the histories of their parents and grandparents who laid down their lives to take this same gospel to all over the world. We must rise to that gospel, live that gospel, and preach that gospel.
So what would you like us to pray for the most?
I am asking God that out of these ashes will rise a wave of an uncommon, unseen revival likened unto the kind of revivals of the 1700s in the United Kingdom, and surpassing it, because so much blood has been spilled on our land of Christians, churches destroyed. I like to see a revival that will sweep over Nigeria and indeed all over Africa and take back the gospel to Europe and to America. Pray most of all that the Christians going through these sufferings, out of our sufferings will come out the kind of Christian faith that will be admired both on earth and in heaven, depicting the love of Jesus Christ, fervent in preaching the gospel and living the gospel, and investing everything God has given to us in the mission of the gospel of Christ. That's our prayer request.